Welcome to Jameson's Repair Shop. I got a little project on the go today. I got for my 79 pickup here. I'm going to put a stereo in it. Now, this truck didn't have a stereo when I got it, or a radio, and someone had already previously cut the dash out for a singled in slot. I wouldn't have done that, but it's done, so that's where I'm going to go with it. I have to live with what's there. Maybe at some point I'll change it all back. But what I picked up was this vintage looking right here MP3 Bluetooth, not very expensive. I don't know if I've even paid $30 for it on eBay. So I'm going to try to give it a whirl. I like the look of it because you'll see in here, I put it in, it looks very close. It matches the dash fairly decent. It's got the trim and everything that looks like it. So, hey, it can't be worse sounding than the original AM radio that was in it. Got the instructions, pretty straightforward, 4-channel, power wires. I got some speaker wire. Gonna solder up the speaker wires there. Now I'm only gonna use 2 channels because I don't have 4 speakers yet, but I will wire it for 4. I'll solder on 4 wires, enough to go under the seat into the back corners. And if I have to change it, I will. And there's the remote for it. So let's get her done. Oh yeah, okay, I'll just go down here. Here's the speakers that were in the truck when I got her. I'm just going to reuse them for now. They're Sony speakers. They seem to be decent enough. I have never heard them. I haven't heard them in operation, so she never had a stereo in her. But I'm going to put them in. When they put the speakers in originally, they drilled a hole through here. And they ran the wires down underneath the trim, underneath the weather stripping, sorry, right there, and there's a hole here. I'm just going to go through the same spot. I don't really want to drill new holes, and I'm not pulling the dash out to get at it. I'll just use that already there. It's not going to be perfect because you'll see the wires, but for now it'll be fine. All right, let's get at her, and I'll give you updates as I go. Really not much to talk about other than soldering some wires on and running them and hooking into, I believe these are the wires here for power and stuff, but I'll probe them out, see what they are. You got one speaker in, get the wire run. I don't really particularly care for this way, but it'll do for now. And up here, I'm going to start tinning the wire ends. I'll trim those and tin them. These ones are set up. The gray ones are for the right side, which I'm doing now, and the green ones for the left side. I'll tin them up and get them hooked up. Alright, got the gray ones for the right side and the green ones for the left side. Wires run both sides, one speaker in on this side, the other speaker to go in over there. And yeah, soldered. And I'll put a little tape on them to hold them neat. And shrunk wrap. Alright, I got the power plug. Speakers are wired up and in. I decided not to run the speaker wires for the rear speakers until I decide if I like the stereo or not. The ground, the black goes to ground. Fortunately, someone already had a connector on, so I just reused it. Red goes for the accessories. And again, someone had done the connector. The hot wire for constant power from the battery, I went to the cigarette lighter because someone already chewed that up, and hey, it was begging to be used. So that's the power, and I'm going to plug in the stereo in a second. I'll get back to you, see how she sounds. Okay, got her installed. Let's fire it up. So push the button once. I would already went through this, but I'm just going to show you. So it says a little opening. All right, I'll turn that down. Got some fancy equalizer buttons happening there. So that's the volume, and this will also select what you want to do: Bluetooth, auxiliary, and back to radio, to the tuner. On this side, you've got your standard buttons, bass. So we got bass and treble and balance, fade, and the loudness. You know, pretty standard stuff, and keep on going through. I got it set on rock for equalizer. And that's for stereo, and that's local, and this U is like it's for your programming, I guess. I haven't done anything with that. So that's that. We'll just give her a crank quick.
Passengers are also required.
Sounds pretty good actually.
At a government-authorized hotel.
For those speakers are kind of beat up, but it's okay. So that's that, and to shut it all back off again is just hold and push and hold, and it'll go off, just like that. I don't have an SD card or anything to check it, to play it, or USB, but anyway, that's in. It's a pretty cheap unit, but it looks good in there, and it'll do. I gotta fix this. It's got a little, I'll have to pull that cover back off and fix that. Broke one of the tabs off at some point. Okay, here's the remote for the stereo. You hit the button once, the red button, it'll come on, but you pretty much have to be pointing right at the stereo to do it. So it wouldn't be very good for long distance.
Action, by the way, down to the bubble in Regina.
And back once to get it off, just like that. And yeah, and that's the face of it. It's got volume, control, equalizer, all the same stuff, mute, and that kind of thing. But having to point right at it, you probably won't be able to be too far away from it. Anyhow, it's there. And I gotta find a spot for the CB radio, and I also have an 8-track to go in it. So I don't know where they're gonna go, but that's her. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you want to see more content. Thanks a lot.